What's up, world? Welcome to another episode of Thought Ops. I am one of your hosts. My name is Still Biz. We have over there. Go ahead.
I jumped the gun, huh?
Yeah, you jumped the gun. What's your name? Let me.
Man, look, what?
No, what's your name? Go ahead. It's just,
We always have problems at this point. Always when the show starts, we always have problems. I am EJ Briggs. What's up, y'all?
What's up? What's up? We have a guest today. Go ahead, introduce yourself, man.
What's going on? I'm CJ hashtag Martin, better known as hashtag Dope Photography.
Good, good. We happy to have you here today,
Yes,
man.
we are.
We are definitely happy to have you here. We want to get an opportunity to talk to you. I see you do a lot of stuff in the city.
Yes.
We know that you're a very active man, and we know that you offer something to the city that a lot of people don't get to. A lot of people get to see, and then some people don't get to see because you're like behind the scenes most of the time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I know that you are like I see some of your work at work is like dope.
Appreciate it.
And we love it. We love your work. Now, as far as our weekly topics, we're gonna be talking about our week. Okay?
Yeah, go ahead.
Our week. Okay, my week was fine. I was sick.
That's fine.
Yeah, my week was fine. I was sick. I started being sick on Friday when we did the show. Then I was like, actually, before we did the show, I started being sick, and I was like, let me just go to the gym and try to sweat this out. Mm-hmm. That didn't work, because then by Saturday, I was like, oh, this feels terrible. Then we had a meeting on Sunday, had to cancel the meeting, still feeling sick. Then Monday, I'm like, oh, this sucked, but it's kind of going away. Then Tuesday was kind of gone, and then Wednesday, it was, it's pretty much gone, so I'm pretty much better now. But, yeah, I was sick all week, and I don't like being sick. Because it messes with everything that you got to do.
I don't think anybody like being sick.
It messes with your schedule, too. Because if you like trying to do something important, because we had like that important meeting, and then we had to put everything, because we had a meeting about the movie that we putting out. Resentment. We had to, and we were like in the process of like choosing certain characters, and then everybody was ready to meet, and I was like, I hit them up, I was like, yeah, I'm sick.
Yeah.
And I don't like that, like when you doing something like that, because when you push stuff back, the excitement kind of like dwindles. I be feeling like that.
I agree.
Yeah, it does. But I was sick, so.
Yeah,
It's two ways. It's two things with that. It's a good way and it's a bad way. Like you say, it kind of pulls the excitement, but it shows you who really serious about being a part of it, because some people will just say, oh, well, they playing and drop off. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, true that.
Mm-hmm. And it was kind of like, yeah, like and then plus I'm not the type of person that I try to act like I'm not sick and then get everybody else sick.
Yeah.
Like I'm not.
Yeah, because I want to appreciate that. So.
How was your week? I don't care about you.
My week was cool. My son's birthday was last Saturday, so shout out to my son. Just turned 9 years old. Just regular, week. I know we always, have fun on the show and everything, but, right now your boy going through a few storms and, dealing with a lot of stuff in my personal life. So dealing with that, a lot of times, we get on social media and we see people and just expect, people just happy all the time and, everything's going good in people's lives. But, we have to realize everybody's going through stuff, dealing with stuff. And, sometimes, you just have to talk it out. Find someone to talk to. Get it off your chest, everything. So
no, it's not, your situation's not funny. It's just funny that you said that.
What?
Because this week I had a friend. Somebody went to college with me.
Yeah.
She was because I don't know if it's the season of my son selling candy or somebody selling this, and she was selling some popcorn or something. So she hit me up, and you heard how I sound. I didn't feel like talking. Like I was sick. So she kept like texting me about this popcorn that she's selling as a popcorn contest, and I'm like, so she called me. So I finally called her back. She's like, she was mad, and she was like, she heard me. She was like, because I wouldn't answer my phone. She was like, oh, you like sick, and I was like, yeah. I was like, all y'all trying to sell popcorn, and she's like, oh, and then I was like, yeah. So I ended up buying a little popcorn. You know what I'm saying? But it just like annoyed me because people think that because they think that since you're still doing stuff on social media, it takes a finger to click a button, and they think you all right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And sometimes the social media does make us feel like, because we're so addicted to social media, we'll still be like that sick, and we still be pressing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I mean, a lot of people dealing with stuff. So talk about it. Another thing I'm gonna be coming on here time to time too is like it's that season. So please remember to vote. Cast your vote for whatever you feel. What's important to you, what's important to others, and everything. So just it's time to vote. So.
Yeah, I do agree with vote. It's kind of crazy that I got my United States citizenship in 2017, and I'm slim pickings on who to vote for.
Yeah, but if you vote. If you're not, then that's.
Well, I'm gold vote. You know what I'm saying? But 2017 is when I got my citizenship. So think about who been running since 2017. Because I was so pumped, like I get to vote. But if you really think about it, man. Have we had great people in power? I came, and I'm telling my age, but I came to the United States when Reagan was in power. I was a kid, you know what I'm saying? But he was like the worst.
But you still got a lot of, local stuff. Local stuff is real important and everything. So, got local elections and everything. So,
How was your week, man?
How was your week, man?
Busy as usual.
Is that good or bad?
No, it's always good.
Okay.
I asked for it, so it's.
Yeah.
I was a little under the weather last week as well. I'm like, man, I gotta get better. But my go-to is elderberries.
Okay.
Get you some elderberries, put them in a pot, boil them, crush them up, turn them into a juice substance, put it in the refrigerator. Take a tablespoon every morning. Okay. It helps. So, other than that, it was just like busy networking, planning production for certain things.
Okay.
I just got picked up to be a first AC for a project that's coming up in Detroit. So,
okay. Good. Congratulations, man.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
So, been busy.
Yeah, man. Yeah. People always breaking all the good news on Thought Ops.
Yeah. I remember when I used to smoke cigarettes, man, back in the day. It used to take me like 3 or 4 weeks to get better when I used to get sick.
Oh, yeah.
When you smoke cigarettes, how do you used to hold them like this?
No, I used to just shut up. And I smoked Newports because I was a G.
I heard they trying to get rid of them.
They trying to get rid of Newports?
Yeah.
Really?
It's going to be a lot of mad people.
It's going to be a lot of mad people.
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I hit a Newport, and I shouldn't say this because I don't agree with smoking cigarettes. I think cigarettes are one of the worst things ever. But the first time I hit a Newport, it tasted like peppermint. I was like, damn. Because it's the menthol.
Yeah,
the menthol tastes like peppermint. That's how they get you.
Right,
but yeah, I haven't smoked cigarettes in years. And we're going to talk about the book that I'm reading, Open Our Secret Society. Then we're going to talk about
We'll get our guest interview.
And then we're going to do our entertainment topics. Really, it's like serious topics. We talk about Fani, Willis, and Trump, and also the House passes a bill that could actually ban TikTok from the United States. Mm-hmm. So those are things we're going to talk about when we get to that portion of the show. Okay, right now I'm almost I'm like halfway through. I'm reading I started Monday. I'm reading Our Secret Society. It's very textbook written. It's a book about, during the time of black excellence when black people were like living in New York and
Not to cut you off, but I mean, aren't we still living in black excellence?
Washington D.C. Well, we are living in black excellence, but this was like the beginning of black excellence, like post slavery and but it still was like before. It was before the civil rights movement. But they talk about our secret societies because there were people that were black that were making a lot of money. Now, the main character in the book, Molly Moon, she actually was living in Germany for a while, and she was studying Marxism, and she was studying communism, which is crazy because she moved to the United States. She found her husband. They became super duper duper rich. They had a kid. They was like very capitalist. They was like making a lot of money. She was rubbing elbows with Rockefeller. They was like making like
with the Rockefeller.
No Rockefeller, the rich family. Well, it was like a rumor back in the day, like about her sleeping with like with one of the sons that was married, and it was like an Ebony magazine and everything too. And she's very racially ambiguous. So it's kind of like when you couldn't really, like when she was living in Germany, they couldn't tell if she was black or white or whatever. No, they couldn't tell if she was black or Indian. And it's like a lot of the people in the book that they just discuss, because there's pictures in the book too, are like racially ambiguous. They're like black and white. And they're like mixed, because a lot of that went on back in the day, dude. Like the lighter you were, the better you were treated.
Paper bag.
Especially if you were women, like the women. You see, her husband was dark, but the women, they like. And they were like, living with white men too. Yeah. But it was, but I mean, it's interesting. I'm just not a big fan of books that's written like this, where it's telling a story that's so textbook written. I don't really like that because it's kind of like, I feel like I'm in school. I kind of like wanted it to be a book that was going, be telling
stories.
Telling a story and be. It's exciting to a certain degree, but it's kind of like still like it's. Some of the super facts is not necessary. Like Langston Hughes was at this party, and then they went to another, and 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 just a lot of name dropping and stuff. But yeah, Our Secret Society. Some people like that. Some people, that's their type of reading. But yeah, pick it up. Our Secret Society. Can't wait to finish so I can go back to the other book I was reading. Y'all, you reading anything, man?
Right now, all I'm reading is Instagram comments.
Okay.
That can be good.
I just ain't got the.
You reading anything right now?
Focus.
Yeah, I'm reading. Listening to a couple books. One of them is The Power by Robin. What's his name? Robin Thurn.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And another one is it's one of Damon John books. Both of them is cool. Both of the books I've read, like the prequel to the books.
Okay.
So it's like just carrying on, but it's something to pass time and it, kind of keep me motivated.
Okay. You have a favorite like style of books to read? Like?
My favorite book is by Ash Cash, and it's basically written behind Jay-Z's 444.
Okay.
But he breaks down his lyrics. Like when Jay-Z talk about Dumbo, how at one moment it was this much, and then if he knew
the story OJ.
He talk about that. He talk about financial planning.
Okay.
All that type of stuff. So that book right there is what got me into investing in stocks.
Okay.
And the thing, I did some research on audiobooks, and the one thing that they have realized and they have studied and noticed that and came to a realization from research that they've done, audiobooks give you the information just like reading the book. So audiobooks is just as good as reading a book. So when people be like, well, you got to read, you can listen to audiobooks and still gather the information, get the information the same way. So if you
it depends on who's narrating and who's actually reading the story. Like the one with Damon John, Sway in the Morning is actually reading, and he got that radio voice. So that's what keeps you in tune. But I started because I was driving trucks.
Okay.
And instead of listening to music all the time, I would wake up and listen to books.
Yeah,
that year that I did that, I listened to 100 books.
That's crazy because a brother hit me up that drives trucks and said he listened to audiobooks. Is it just as effective as reading? Because he's like, it's like I know you. I said yes, it's just as effective. They did research on it, and audiobooks are just as effective as reading books. So
you can't read a book while you drive.
And that's what I told him. That's what I told him. I was like, bro, you can't read while you driving. So you know what I'm saying. So he was like,
one up.
Yeah.
Right
so he was like, but yeah, he was telling me a bunch of books that he was reading, and I sent him like a list of every book that I read in the last 4 years, so he could have different books that he could pull from.
And plus, people retain knowledge different ways. You know what I'm saying? Some people visual, some people audio. So
some people open the book and get sleepy.
Yeah. I never read books at night because I would go to sleep. Like, I never read books at night. Yeah. And I like this book because it got pictures, too. So, if you want to look at pictures.
Right.
All right. Okay, this is the best part of the show. This is the part where we actually get to sit down with our guests and have a conversation and talk about what's going on in their life, what they're doing, everything, any plans, anything that's, that's popping. So,
you trying to sign off, man? We about to get all up in your business, man.
That's cool.
So go ahead, man. So, what is it exactly, to start off, tell us exactly what it is that you do.
I'm an artist.
Okay.
I would say that I'm a photographer, but that's just one portion of it. I do some everything. So I just, instead of me saying, okay, I'm a photographer or videographer, cinematographer, I'm an artist.
Okay.
I'm a creative. More especially photography, behind the scenes. I've known for capturing behind the scene footage and doing a quick turnaround with it. Acting, some of everything, man. Like, literally. Yeah. Ballroom dancing, a lot of people don't know.
Oh, man.
Yeah, ballroom dancing, motorcyclist.
Okay.
Some of everything.
Okay. Yeah, so I've seen your Instagram page. So, where are you from? Like, how did you get started in photography, cinematography? How did that all come about?
All right. I was born and raised in Detroit.
Okay.
On the east side. Shout out to the east side.
Okay. You from Detroit, man?
48205. 48205. Born and raised.
Okay.
From there, I lived somewhere everywhere.
Okay.
But before I came to Cleveland, I was in Houston. That's where my son was born at.
Okay.
Then we came here, and I got on my motorcycle one day and took a ride up the road, round the corner, ended up in St. Louis.
Okay.
And my brother, Sean Paul East.
Okay.
Not Jamaican Sean Paul. You talking about Sean Paul?
No.
I thought of you because he's like,
I already knew.
Yeah, Sean Paul East from the Young Bloods. I took some photos on him. And,
the rap group.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Dude, when I was in college, I seen the Young Bloods in concert.
That's my brother.
Okay.
Yeah,
shout out.
Yeah, shout out to Sean Paul. Took some pictures of him and his wife, the family, my brothers, and he was like, "Man, you blessed with an eye, and you need to really do something with it. You need to get a camera and just go." And he was like, "You do that, man. Eventually, we gonna make something happen." I said, "Okay, cool." I'm like, "Man, let me." As soon as I left, I went back to the crib. Well, came back here and bought a camera. Literally, I bought a camera. The next day after I bought a camera, I ain't even had a camera 24 hours, and I did a wedding.
Oh, wow.
I was the second shooter for a wedding. That was a cool experience. I'm not really into doing weddings, but I will if need be.
You wasn't nervous? Just like, man, I just got a camera now. I'm about to do a wedding.
You got to think like hearing that something that I've always been doing. Like I always take pictures with phone.
Okay.
And edit them real quick, stuff like that. But to be able to hear that, wasn't nothing nervous for me. I stayed up. I had to be at the hotel around like 7, 8 in the morning, and I think we didn't get finished till like almost midnight that night. And that's for a wedding. So if I need to, but the price gonna be up there. But did that. After I did that, I ended up doing a couple graduation shoots, and from there it's just been going. And after that, it went from pictures to actually doing videos and shooting BTS. So.
And I know that you went to what school did you go to?
Ohio Media School.
You went to Ohio Media School, so you got some legitimate training on actually videography and things like that. And I know I see you in a lot of. You kind of important to the city. You know what I'm saying? I know he's from Detroit, but you got to. We both foreigners though. You know, I'm originally from Jamaica. I know he be trying to.
Oh no, it's no, it's all love in the 216, 330, Youngstown, Akron, everywhere.
Jamaica too, Jamaica.
Yeah, Jamaica. It's all love.
Man. Akron.
Hey, no, it's
Akron.
Oh, you got a dog my city, man.
I was just out there a couple weeks ago.
See?
Yeah, and well, see, Eric made me forget what I was saying. No, I was saying that you have a lot of, I've seen you in a lot of different places. I've seen you with F and like when we was doing the cap and things like that. You know, and I know that you take your work real serious, and it's a big difference when you video something and when you actually, like, I've seen it, you know what I'm saying? And I could actually say, like, oh, I know that's his work. I know that's hashtag because the way it looks stellar. It looks professional, and it looks like the big screen, kind of. So you know when did you know, like, oh, I'm good at this?
So like you said, with help, I'm capital structure, you know, for life, definitely. But you know, other than him being a brother, he's a mentor.
Okay.
And we had talks on a regular. He was like, yo, that's dope, but there's more to you. He said that first, and it didn't register at first. Next conversation, he was just like, you know, try implementing this. Take this out, implement this, because if corporate looks at it, or like a record label, or whoever looks at it, this is what they don't want versus what they do want. So then I started studying that and taking heed to that, and I mean, literally, it just started getting better.
Studying the idea of what could be more so looked at on a commercial sense.
The difference between just posting on social media and posting for actual client.
Like the difference between, all right, for instance, like the difference between Tubi and Netflix, or the difference between Zeus and even though both are very entertaining. Zeus and AME, or no, Zeus and Bravo. You know what I'm saying? Both are very entertaining, but there is a different art to each. You know what I'm saying? My friend put some on my page the other day when we talked about Tubi, because I know you do Tubi movies. He said the thing he loved about Tubi, he said, because Tubi reminded him of when he was a little kid, and they used to walk down the street and be like, you know what, man, we should make a movie. And he said now when he look at Tubi, he's so happy to see that these people are actually making movies.
And that's the big thing. Yeah, that's
why
I like Tubi too, man. Like, I don't like all that. I don't want to say like glossed over. I like the raw. You know what I'm saying? Like the rawness. I like to see people come up.
I like both.
Yeah, you know, I like to see people coming up. You know,
shout out to Tubi.
Yeah, shout out to Tubi.
The mentors that I have. It's one of the first things they say. If you're going or if you're shooting to end up on Tubi, you wasting my time.
Okay.
That's what they tell me. Like, and it's not in a disrespectful way, but they just like, no, set your bar to the highest, and then let's achieve that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's nothing to anybody that's producing anything on Tubi, because there's some good quality movies. Shout out to Detroit. You know, shout out to those here. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Lick 216. Shout out to HWIC, very good, and everybody else here that's actually making some good quality films. Haber Flex in the back to 2005.
Yeah, I seen you in it.
If you understand how it was shot, it will blow your mind. But we ain't gonna talk about. I let him put that out there. Okay. But the idea is that everybody is doing it. It's good. It's it's taking people from more so the negative aspect of living in life, and then now everybody want to act. Now everybody want to get behind the camera, and it's not easy. Like, please don't think it's easy.
Oh yeah,
learn the craft.
Ooh, Learn
the craft.
Yeah, so back to what you just said, like, you know,
It wasn't
back to 2005 movie. I watched that movie. It was a lot of good talent in it, a good movie, and you know, I seen you in it. So what brings you from behind the camera to in front of the camera? Is that something that you have always like set out to do, or just like, man, I'm just gonna just try?
Nope. It was one actress in P Valley
Okay.
by the name of her name in P Valley was Farrah, which is Coach's wife. I think
Okay, yeah. The tall,
that's
the dark,
tall, dark. Yeah, that's Shamika Cotton. Shout out to Shamika Cotton.
Yeah, shout out.
I was at OMS, went on an internship. I showed up earlier than everybody, set up before everybody got in. I was clean, I was suited. That got everybody's attention. I ended up filming an interview of her.
She was in Cleveland at one point.
Yeah.
I do remember that. I know. Oh, girl. What's the other one? I can't remember her name. The one that played the stripper. The Delta. She a Delta too. What's her name?
Yeah, they
What's her name? I can't remember that. Yeah, go ahead.
I know you're talking about Brandy.
Yeah, they remind me of each other.
Yeah, oh yeah, they tight.
Yeah, they
cool.
remind me. But
So I did some BTS, and I posted it, tagged her in it. She seen it, but it didn't register. So I waited like about 2 to 3 months later, and I reposted it and tagged her again. And then she hit me up like, "Hey, I love it. We should talk more and build." And we did. We started building, and she was just like, some of the best cinematographers were once actors. So now they can see from both sides of the spectrum.
Yeah.
and she is right.
You know what I'm saying? So she was just like, and then she was like, "Okay, you want to be a cinematographer? Who is your favorite cinematographer?" And I was like, "That's a good question." She's like, "You have to study what you want to be. Study those who did what you want to become."
Like what's her name? Laverne and Shirley, right?
Yeah.
Is it Shirley? I don't know what's the redhead one. She's she did a lot of, she's behind the scenes a lot,
Right.
And you would never know that because she started out as an actress, and it's like
But they can see both
They
sides.
can see both sides, yeah.
So shout out to Shamika Cotton. Shamika Cotton is the one who put that bug in my ear, and from there I literally started going to auditions.
Okay.
Showing up to be extras. I was in Black Men Don't Cheat as an extra. Shout out to Haber Flex. Hit me up, like, pull up. And then, like, lately, when I meet people, they say, "Oh, you be everywhere."
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you do. You do.
And I can't see that I do, but everybody say you be
And
everywhere.
I ain't gonna lie though, when I go to something and you there, I feel comfortable. You know what I'm saying? I know good people there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when you go, you know.
And to add on to that too, like I ran into you a couple times too, like right before this. And one thing, like Terrence to tell you, like I'm like one of them type of people. I'm like I try to judge people off their character, and like man, every time I see you, like you're working, you quiet. You're attentive, you're paying attention.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You like I can tell like you're not ego driven because in this type of business, there's a lot of people.
It's a lot of
it's big on ego and everything.
It's a lot of egos, and I tell people just like this: 1 + 2 is 3. If you doing something and you doing something, and I'm doing something, and we just happen to put that together, it's gonna be it's gonna be more than what you did by yourself, more than what you did. Now we're creating a conglomerate. So now you know what I'm saying. And
That is amazing.
that's Detroit. Detroit wasn't always on the level that it was with the movies.
But they work together.
It wasn't always like that. It was, it was an East Side West Side thing for a while. That the East Side wouldn't go to the West, West wouldn't go to the East. It was a lot of what's going on now here. But they put their differences to the side. And now they done opened up a whole nother lane.
Yeah.
Everybody working together. The concert that they just had, Team Eastside and Doughboys Cash Out.
Yeah, I saw that.
Team Eastside is family.
So
And they were, that's like blood family. and they were all on stage together. That was epic for the city of Detroit.
So you know Kamal Smith, huh?
You say Kamal?
Kamal Smith that does movie. You know
Yeah,
Kamal?
yeah.
We went to college together.
Okay.
That's funny. That was like
Yeah.
that was like my little brother when we first started. He plays captain. I played alpha. He played
Yeah.
captain. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I won. That's my boy though. I love Kamal. That was my boy. So you said you do you see yourself directing though, like directing and putting a film together as far as like,
Yeah.
Because do you write? I ask everybody that.
Yeah.
That's why do you write?
I write, but it's not really a focus of mine.
Okay.
But I used to dim my light a lot and hold myself back from a lot of the stuff that I wanted to do.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't perfect. Like
Yeah,
I would just
A lot
say
of people
I wouldn't
do
put nothing out. Like no, it's perfect. Or I'll put it out then take it off away. Like
Yeah.
And then like the more and more I was around people that was pouring into me, they like, no, just post it.
Yeah.
Just do it. Like, and as I've been doing it, I've been getting better and better. Like,
Yeah,
on a whole nother level. I wouldn't shoot video with my camera. I would shoot it with my phone. My Android shoot 8K. I would shoot it with my phone, but I wouldn't shoot it with my camera. Shout out to Fani. I'm in a TV series that's coming out. It's called Day to Day.
Okay.
And he was one of the ones was like, you got your camera, hit record. I was like, I don't shoot with my camera. It's a beginner camera. I don't shoot. He was like, just hit record. See what you can do.
Yeah. That's good advice.
I hit record, and I seen some of the most cinematic movement from my little camera that I could ever see, and it was because of him that I started. Now I'm hitting record on my camera.
Yeah.
It's like the iPhone, the new camera on the iPhone is like it's crazy.
That's the 15 Pro Max right there.
Yeah.
I got 2 terabytes of storage on there. I got hours and hours of.
I got the 50. That's the 50.
Yeah.
Right there. And it's kind of like somebody took my camera the other day and did a little video. But we do the front camera for the show because it's easier to manipulate.
Yeah.
But like somebody showed me, and I was at the gym, and I'm like, dang, I be wanting to do it, but you don't be having time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's another avenue that you could.
I tell people this, man. If you have a brand, if you got a business, get you somebody that can capture the behind the scenes for you. It is important. You want like for thought ops, like you want people to understand the story of it, right? But don't nobody know what it takes behind the scene to get to where it's at now.
Right.
So being able to capture that visual and be able to tell that story, it's gonna now people gonna oh man, they putting in work. Hey, y'all want to help us with ours now? Or you know what I'm saying?
You're right.
So I tell people like all day. I've reached out to so many people. Like I'll pull up do some BTS for you. All right, I'm gonna hit you up.
Let them know what BTS is, because
Behind the scenes.
Yeah, because
BTS is behind. Behind the
like
scenes.
a lot of people. I know some of my friends watching. They're like, "What's BTS?"
BTS is behind the scenes footage. It is extremely important. Like even for me, I have some mentees that that I'm helping and mentoring and training in this field. And when I bring them out, I say just follow me.
Okay.
Let what I'm doing tell a story through what you're capturing. And in the beginning, they'll follow me and then venture off to everything else.
Yeah.
And I'll say, okay, let's critique it. I gave you one assignment. So
That's dope.
you have to be able to tell a story. That's when I put something out, I want it to be able to tell a story at the end of the day.
So what's next? What you got going on next, man?
Working with shout out to Lizzie. She's an artist out of Akron.
Okay. Yeah, I seen you posting her on your
Yeah.
IG. Yeah.
Shout out to Liz, and I do a lot of work with her. I'm her videographer, photographer. So shout out to her. She's very dope. We got something coming up next week. Then what else? Oh, shout out to one of my high school friends reached out. She's a dope actress.
Okay.
She got a project coming out, and she asked me to be on the production team. And that was a good look. So, like when I say I'm busy because I asked to be busy. I asked for more. But you gotta be careful when you ask for more because you can ask for more but don't know what to do with it when you get it.
And I'm gonna keep it real with you, man. When I walk into anything that we do in the city, and I see you there, I know it's something serious. You know what I'm saying? And that's I know it's, that's respect to you.
Appreciate
you know
that.
I'm like, oh, hashtag here.
Yeah.
Like when we was at the
Ohio Entertainment. Was that?
No, not the Ohio Entertainment Awards. When we was at the podcast
United,
and you showed up. You remember? I was like, "Oh, hashtag here." I was like, "Hashtag." And see, I was like, "This is real." Yeah, man. So we do appreciate you, man.
Hold up. How you know?
Go ahead.
Man, so you could tell the people out there, man, that you could still get women, still get money behind the scenes. You ain't got to be all in front of the camera all the time, right?
Yeah.
Because a lot of people think that you got to be in front of the camera in order to get all that, but you can do the same thing behind the scenes too.
No, at the end of the day, one of the best things you can do is be you.
Yeah, exactly.
Like no more, no less. Just be you.
Or for Eric, somebody else, be somebody else.
Yeah. I'm about to start.
Or be a better version of you.
Yeah. I'm about to start getting in front of the camera a little bit.
Yeah,
more,
be the best version of you. Yeah. That's what you got to do. You got to be your higher self.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Make sure, but you got to make sure. You got anybody you want to shout out, man?
I want to shout out. Definitely want to shout out Detroit. I want to shout out Cleveland and the surrounding area. I want to shout out Ohio, period, and Michigan, period. As far as the film game and the growth that's happening, I think I told Hef, I said within the next 4 to 5 years, Cleveland is gonna blow. Not just Cleveland, Ohio in general, but I'm here. So in Cleveland gonna blow. Yeah. You're gonna see a lot more artists working with each other, building. It's gonna be a whole different type of bag coming to the city because it ain't the BS. It's actually people working together and building and creating, quality music.
People just gotta get over themselves, man.
People gotta get. Hey, it's a bigger purpose, man. It's bigger than me. It's bigger than you.
Yeah, everybody can get money, man. Everybody.
Listen.
Everybody.
But you know what? What it is, man. And I always say this, and it's probably gonna sound too complex or whatever, but everybody dealing with psychological issues.
Oh yeah.
So it's like you be in a situation, you be like, oh, you crazy like this. So you've been through whatever that makes you like that. But sometimes you gotta get over yourself.
Yeah, man. Everybody can get money out here, man. Yeah. It's enough money for everybody.
Yeah, that's true. But then when you get it, like for me, I always say, it's not bragging if you're surrounded by people that's doing the same thing with you. It's accomplishments.
Yeah, exactly.
Like we rooting for each other now because we all get into it. And in my life right now, everybody that I'm around, literally, we probably talk every other day or every day. We get into it.
Yeah.
You just said what I got coming up. March 31st. It'll be me, Haber Flex, and Terry T. Miles, dope producer, actor, writer, director. He's flying in.
Okay.
And we're being honored. It's a meet and greet.
Okay.
Definitely stay tuned to my social media pages, and I'll put the information out.
This the first
It's a free event.
This is the first announcement for this, right?
It's literally the first announcement. Like I got the flyer, but I haven't posted it. I'm real calculated.
Tag us in the flyer.
Yeah.
Listen, just send it to me so I can post it.
It's a free event. If you want to be a vendor, it's a number on the flyer for you to call to be a vendor. But this is more so a networking event for Cleveland.
Yeah.
And surrounding areas. If you network, you got a business, come out, mix and mingle, ask us questions.
Yeah.
Because, you know what I'm saying, if we work together, it's a bigger purpose and a bigger bag.
It's another person that when you say their name too, and I know like if I see them somewhere, we always got jokes about each other, but they never like Herbert, man, that's my dude.
Yeah.
Like,
he a cool
like
dude.
Eric already know he like my favorite.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like if I know Herbert there, I know something good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I fool with Herbert. That's my dude.
Yeah. He definitely, and he's solid, man. He one of the ones that be like, man, you be everywhere.
Yeah.
And he was like, look, you be extras, but it's time for you to start speaking now, getting you some speaking roles.
Mm-hmm.
He like, just show up. I'm like, all right, but my schedule be so, I want to come to y'all casting call.
Yeah.
I got a role in a movie, they just don't know it
Yeah,
yet.
man, we gonna make a spot for you.
Yeah.
We gonna make a spot for
He
you.
could be like Malik brother or something.
Yeah, we gonna make a you gonna see him in resentment.
Yeah. So, just one thing I can tell everybody, man, just show up.
Show
You
up.
ain't got to know what you're doing. Just show up.
Yeah, just try.
Just try. Now, when we come back, we gonna definitely gonna talk about Fani Lewis and Trump election fraud. So we gonna come back real briefly. Okay, so Fani Lewis, Eric, this is more your type of story right here. The Fani Lewis and Trump election, because I know you've been paying more attention to it than I have.
Yeah. So basically, she was having a personal relationship, with the prosecutor, and I guess they found out about it, and they thought it was a conflict of interest. So she is allowed to stay on as an attorney as long as the prosecutor stepped down. He gave his letter of resignation saying that he's going to step down, and she will continue to be an attorney on the Trump fraud elections in Georgia. So
How do you feel about that?
You know what? I'm looking at it like this.
He trying to stay away from politics because I know.
I'm looking at it like I could. No, I don't.
I'll be trying to stay away from politics.
I can see. Okay, I can see like if I was the defendant. Hang on, put myself in Trump's shoes. I can see like if I was the defendant, how I could look at that and see like it's a conflict of interest. So I'm trying to be fair and unbiased. I could see from the defendant's point of view. How you could look at that situation and be like, okay, this is
what she was
fair.
sleeping with a married man.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, he was married, and when I was watching the whole thing, I was like, "This is ghetto. This love and hip hop."
Man, but I ain't trying to put bros business out there.
But it's a truth though. You look at it, it's infidelity. It's a married man, and it was very love and hip hop ish. It don't make me lose respect for her.
For her work,
for her work. But I'm just saying it was. We make mistakes.
Yeah, but
and
like being a defendant, I could see like you could pull out pulling out all the stops or whatever because you're on trial. You're trying to get off. So I can see you pulling out all the stops. So I don't blame Trump or his defense team for looking into it. I do think it was the right decision because she put this work in. She built this case or whatever. So it's just like might as well just let her go ahead and finish.
You gonna watch it? You gonna watch the case?
Probably not, because I don't think he's gonna get convicted.
Because I know. But you know what case I just finished like this week?
The carbonation.
The carbonation, and it's like so much more to it. Yeah. But that was his whole.
Have you heard of the carbonation?
Have you heard of the carbonation? It's just a group that Eric joined.
No,
no, it's actually a cult that started in. I was about to say Detroit. It started.
Jamaica.
No.
They said Detroit, so
in Atlanta. It started in Atlanta. It's a cult that started. Where did it start in Atlanta?
So it's like the Rakadushi.
Man, did you think Tyler Perry got his?
I'm pretty sure, dude. They was talking about that. Me and Rico was talking about that at the gym today. Like Tyler Perry definitely got that show from that on BET from the cult, from the carbonation cult. And I'm allegedly, that's allegedly, but it was like definitely, it's so similar, dude. Yeah. Because hey, look that up when you go home.
Carbonation. It's gonna take you down a rabbit hole.
It's gonna take you down a rabbit hole.
I'm gonna let y'all hold on to it.
Dude, it's like crazy because the women are like good looking women, and this man owns them. Yeah. And it's like, and then it's like the whole crew is just it's weird, dude.
And it has a few Cleveland and Ohio connections to it too.
And that dude Jax is from Cleveland. Like he went to Notre Dame in Cleveland. Like when you watch, and then girl, she live in Ohio. Velvet. It's like, man, this is like. people from Cleveland joining cults,
Yeah.
and it's a black cult. It's like, let's say it's like Love and Hip Hop meets
Survivor.
meets Survivor, because they was in the islands. Meet Survivor, and also meet what's the cult dude the dude that made them kill themselves.
Jim Jones.
Yeah, Jim Jones. Let's just say that it's all of that.
Yeah.
And but then it's a lot of Pornhub too, and because they was like
It's wild.
having sex.
It
with
is
yeah,
wild.
and
It's wild.
one of the chicks got like 2 babies, one by the leader, one by the second leader. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. But,
Yeah, that sounds like
but guess how much time they gave the dude that started the cult?
he didn't get a lot at all.
No, he got life
Did he?
plus 10. He was black.
No.
So they was like, you're gonna make an example. But one thing I will say before we end this topic, one thing I will say, I was watching that case though, and the even though he did what he did, but I was watching that case, and a lot of stuff that the judge was doing, and I'm not trying to say because he's black, but a lot of dude, you got to watch the case. They had like where they was trying to, like, his lawyer was trying to prove that they weren't being held against their will, and they had the police come there, and the judge was like, "That's not that don't mean anything." And they had like video of the people like, "No, we're not being held against their will." She's like, we could throw that out. They were being dogged, like, because they knew what they wanted to do.
It was probably a personal.
It was very personal. Yeah, but you know,
So I mean, with this situation, I'm glad that the judge that proceeded over this didn't take it personal. He just looked at all the facts and made the proper decision. So hopefully the trial could continue to go on, and we'll see what happens.
yes, we gonna see what's happening.
Probably nothing.
Nothing else. Okay, so next topic: House passes a bill that could ban TikTok in the United States because there's a lot of security reasoning that they're seeing behind TikTok.
I think
with China.
I think they say if they want the owner to sell it.
Yeah,
And then if they sell it, then they could keep it. But
but they're trying to get rid of TikTok in America, and that would make. Man, I was reading them comments. Man, people was getting mad because people like live for TikTok. A lot of people get paid off TikTok too.
Yeah.
And TikTok is probably like they get paid off TikTok more off TikTok than they do on Instagram allegedly. That's what I'm hearing. Are you on TikTok? Are you big on TikTok?
No, not big on TikTok.
Okay. How you feel about them trying to get rid of TikTok or trying to say that?
I know a lot of like with artists.
That's
a lot of record labels want them to have a huge TikTok. That's one of the things that they look at is how your following is, and as far as on there is concerned, whether they want to invest in you. But I mean, with having TikTok and stuff, you can invest in yourself because you're gonna eat. I mean, it'll be a lot of people that'll be bothered by it, but they're gonna pop back out with something else. Or they're going to come out with something that's similar.
Because TikTok came out of nowhere.
Yeah,
TikTok,
I don't even know how to use it. I mean, I use it, but I'm not very...
Okay, I feel that I could actually manipulate the algorithm in TikTok and make my TikTok bigger. But I remember, I told you about the experience I had when I posted something on TikTok and it kind of like was going... And it was like people started dogging me. I started taking it personal. I was like, nah, we about to calm the algorithm down. So I started like making it only be seen to people that follow me because it was like growing and growing. What was it again? It was when 6ix9ine.
Oh yeah, got beat up.
Yeah, when 6ix9ine got beat up, and I made a video about it, and I posted it, and I started saying, and it was like thousands and thousands. I'm like, dang, and then people was like, yeah, whoever you are, we agree with you. Then it was like people like, whoa, you don't know nothing, you were a dummy, and I was like, man, this is scary. I'm about to like cut this off.
Hey man, freedom guys, that's freedom guys.
Yes, sir.
But I think one day if they keep TikTok, I'm gonna try to build our channel on TikTok. Try to build thought ops on TikTok because
I'm like more, but probably because I'm old and I'm older. It's like I'm more comfortable on Instagram. It's just like with TikTok, it just seems like TikTok is like a whole nother.
But think about how much people getting famous.
Yeah, I know that.
You could do the same thing on
Instagram too.
On Instagram, on Facebook, even on Country Wayne making a killing off of Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah, and YouTube, YouTube, especially the YouTube shorts.
YouTube too, yeah.
Like you just gotta know your niche. If you good on Instagram, you run the Instagram. You run the TikTok. So you know what I'm saying. Like I pay attention to the different algorithms of like on Facebook. I may post something that won't get as much visual, but on Instagram it will. So now I know what I should.
It's
You know what I'm saying?
So much of this stuff is TikTok. It's Twitch. It's Instagram. It's Bigo.
All you gotta do is just get a younger kid to run it, and it's gonna go.
Because that's where Carbonation got big off of the Bigo thing. It's like, I had that one day, and I was like, I can't do this. I'm a 90-year-old man. Oh, this too many young people.
I ain't never even heard of that.
Oh, dude, it's like too many young people on here yelling and stuff like that. I'm like, this ain't my type of thing. But it was like somebody was like, oh, download it so you could watch the. That's before I told you when I knew about them before. Somebody was like, so you could watch them. But it was just Bigo. It ain't my type of thing. It's for like people that's like it's too love and hip hop ish. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But they make a lot of money on there.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out. Maybe I got to read more into this TikTok situation. But, I mean, I know they were saying, like, because it's owned by a Chinese company, it's security breaches or whatever. But we get a lot of stuff. We get a lot of stuff from China anyway. You know what I'm saying?
But they think
power.
They think, and then they think that the Chinese. This is what I saw before. This is alleged information. Well, not really alleged information because this is what I actually did see before. That they could get information about us. Like it's a way to infiltrate things in America.
If you get rid of TikTok, you still got AI.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like you said, I think it's a power play when it with
our phones is listening to us. You know what I'm saying? Who making the phones? Or what they get?
Exactly.
You feel what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
Man, I would say I'm hungry and I want some chicken, and then tomorrow
it's gonna pop up.
Tomorrow it's gonna be all sorts of chicken sandwiches on my phone, and that ain't even like me using the phone. I could be in the bathroom and I'll yell that out to somebody else, but the phone has a microphone in it. Yeah. I know remember I told you about a dude that worked for
YouTube.
With Google. You know what he does? He gets a phone. He has a flip phone. He cuts out his microphone in his phone. He does all of that, and he does like algorithms and stuff like that, and like he studies all of that stuff. But he cuts out the camera, not the camera. He cuts out the microphone in his phone because he know these phones are able to manipulate whatever you're thinking, whatever you're doing. So I don't know, it's just crazy.
Well, we'll see what happens with this TikTok situation. We'll see if they sell.
And if they don't sell, we're gonna make our TikTok bigger. Okay, this is the final portion of the show.
Our feature topic.
Good old Mr. Eric over there. You know, this is the part where he introduces. It was one though.
Yeah, we got one
feature topic left.
And our feature topic is competition needed for success, even if it's friendly. So, as usual, I'm gonna let either you or the guest start this off.
I just think that competition. There's different types of competition, right? Mm-hmm. There's competition and there's jealousy. Mm-hmm. And I feel like sometimes you think your jealousy is competition. It's not really competition. Mm-hmm. It's just that or sometimes people be competing and you didn't know you was competing with them when you could have been working with them. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I think that competition is good when we have a friendly, like for instance, Lateef and Brandon.
Yeah.
I like their competition. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because I know these two dudes that like each other. Yeah. And these two dudes that have like nothing but love for each other, want to see each other do better. But then there's people that, you know, I'm not saying no names, but there's people other people where it's just like, because we do that a lot. It's a cultural thing where we just like, where we like would just dog somebody else to make whatever we're doing look a lot better. Yeah. We'll go ahead.
Competition is healthy if you're in the right mindset. I compete every day, but just as much as I compete with whoever, I'm probably reaching out to them to work with them. Yeah. There's not one major photographer in this city that I haven't reached out to and said if they need behind the scenes footage, they need somebody to hold the tape, a light, or whatever. Let's work.
Yeah.
But when they doing what they doing, I'm clapping for them. I'm clapping with them.
Yeah.
So competition is if it's not, it needs to be healthy. Because I feel like competition keeps you on your toes and it makes you better.
Yeah.
One thing I like about Brandon's podcast, if you look at his captions, it got the emojis next to what you should do, like follow and all. That's something I ain't never did, and I got it from him. So I do it every now and then. Shout out to him.
Yeah.
T, everybody, man. Everybody that's doing the podcast, man. I learned something from everybody.
Yeah.
I got some up my sleeve too. I ain't gonna talk about it now, but I got some up my sleeve.
I was waiting, like,
you know, and I'll have them on as well. Yeah. But competition is needed, like in order for everybody to get better and grow. And it ain't, hey man, it's, you know, there's a lot of people out here better than me as far as photography, videography, cinematography. But ain't nobody dope like me. And I stand on that. That's my business. Hashtag dope photography. When somebody see my work, they say, that's dope.
Yeah.
I see somebody else work, I say, that's dope. Raw glass photography, raw glass vision.
Yeah.
I had wrote on Facebook a status at the beginning of the year. I said I'd be a part of a production team this year. I'd do more with that and link up with somebody.
Yeah.
I want to say a month later, he reached out to me. Hey, we got this project you want to be a part. And then I screenshotted my status and sent it to him. He's like, that's crazy. Because I manifested it and it actually happened. That man doing crazy dope work.
Yeah.
And the picture he posted today, fire.
Yeah.
That make me want to get back in the lab. I got something cooking coming up too. So, but it's friendly competition. And it's healthy, and we pushing each other to grow, and we clapping for each other while we doing it. So competition is definitely, especially if you're in that right mindset.
Yeah, it's got to be friendly competition.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So,
you don't want. Yeah.
I was just speaking on the aspect of people, you know, like
the jealousy
side of it, and because I know that there is, just like I said, Latif and Brandon, I know that there is like very friendly competition and things, but it's just that sometimes we get misguided and we start seeing certain things to be things that they're not. Like competitions and stuff, and sometimes it'd be like this person competing with themselves. Yeah.
Listen, some people may throw shade or talk stuff, laugh, clap, throw it back.
Yeah.
Shout out to the homie Don Prince. Like,
it's kind of like
he called me out on something. I was like, yo. Then he started doing, and we complimenting and clapping for each other.
Yeah. That's how it should.
When I say his work ethic is dope, I respect that. I respect his craft. A lot of cats out here, man, I respect everybody's craft, but
it's kind of like funny. I saw something online. They was talking about, you know, Beyonce did her concert. She had her daughter in there, Blue Ivy, right? So, you know, they was killing her on the internet. They was killing her daughter on the internet. This girl like 10. Is she 10, 11 years old? So they thought, you know, she saw it, that they was killing her. So I guess her grandmother, they said, so you know what she did? She was like, they saw her leave, right? You know what she did? She went to go practice. Yeah. So she could get better. Because sometimes that hate makes you like, well, I'm here. I might as well congratulate myself and do better.
It's all up to your mindset, like how you receive it. Like if you receive somebody hating or whatever as something bad, then that's what's gonna transpire. But if you, like, for me, everything that happens, if anybody down talking me or jealous of me, hey, I appreciate it all, because at the end of the day, I know me, I got me, and I'm dope, and that's what it's gonna be.
And sometimes you got to be able to differentiate between hate and actually constructive criticism. Because there have been times that I've thought people were hating, but they're actually trying to help me. And then there have been times that I've thought people were trying to help me, but they've been like hating because they don't want me to do it because maybe something within themselves.
I want everybody to listen. If I got $1, you got $1. And you got $1. By yourself, you got $1. Together, we got $3. That 3 gonna turn into 6, 12. You feel what I'm saying?
Dude, I already know. I be around you. I see that's the spirit that you got anyway. You know what I'm saying? We know that's what hashtag Wall. He want to see everybody winning. He want to make sure everybody is comfortable. Where I ain't never like when we went to the party for the cap. It was like you made everybody. I think that was the first time we was around each other. We knew each other from.
No, it ain't.
What was right now? What was around each other?
You wanna know where we met?
Where?
At Planet Fitness.
Oh,
yeah, that was me.
Yeah, that was, you didn't have on glasses though, man.
Yes, I did.
You did. Oh yeah, that was.
I did because if I take these off, I'm blind. These are prescription.
Okay, yeah.
By the way, so.
Yeah, it was at Planet Fitness.
Planet Fitness, right there on Northfield.
Okay, yeah. And I know that when I saw you there, though, at that party, you made everybody feel comfortable. You know what I'm saying? And that party was dope. Both the parties. Like, the party the night before, and then the party, the Christmas party.
Yeah.
Like, I'm that type of person, because I'm, I used to drink a lot, and I'm a sober being, you know what I'm saying? I've done got myself sober. So I'm the type of person, like, when I go somewhere to be like alcohol there, I'm not worried about drinking, but I'll be like, man, I'm about to leave. But both parties that have had, I'm probably like one of the last people to leave because they were so much fun.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, alcohol don't bother me.
I'm real big on you put out what you want back.
Yeah. I feel the same way. Like my opinion on it, mine is a little bit different. I don't really look at, maybe that's probably why, I don't want to say that's why I'm not as successful as I should be, but I don't really look at, I've never really been a competitive person unless, like, if it calls for me to be competitive, like a sport or something like that. Because I've always been the type of person to look out for people, help people, I'm like you, I want to see people win, and I think a lot of times you could, even if it's friendly competition, I feel like you could take your focus off of what's really for you, because it's like you trying to, compete with this person or whatever, and you have to realize sometimes, like, what this person is getting, that's not for you, that's for them. So, sometimes you just have to have that mindset of, I have to do what's best for me. I have to, go in the lane that's best for me. So I don't really look at it as competition. I look, like, if I see somebody doing something, I look at it as motivation.
So you're not competitive.
I'm not. No. I'm not.
Then why did you tell old girl? What did you tell her about her boyfriend the other day? No, I'm joking. He like, that ain't competition. That's hating.
No, but you say you're not a competition person.
He not.
But yes, he is. I'm gonna tell him how he is. Get ready for this.
Okay.
I want to hear this.
So every day that you wake, like, you're going through something now.
Yeah.
Every day that you wake up, you want to get better. You want to be better, right? Mm-hmm. So you want to be better than the day before.
Yeah.
That's you competing with you, and that's where competition starts.
Yeah.
So if there's no inner competition, where's the growth?
He got you. How many times have you been late coming over here when we going to do the show?
Not that.
How many times have you been late coming to meetings when we like meeting to do stuff? How many times have you been late when we like used to go shoot for like the Lakers stuff? How many times have you been late? You're competing. You're never. I can never remember. I could never remember you ever being late for something. I can remember how many times when I tell you, like, is the flyer ready? You competing. You're competing with yourself.
You don't look at it.
You don't look at it as competition.
It's motivation.
That's
like,
it's competition. It's competition.
There's nothing wrong with it being motivation, but you are, at the end of the day, you compete with you. Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, and the more you recognize that you're competing with you, you're really gonna start competing with you, and it's really gonna start showing.
Yeah, but it's like when I look at other people, it's just like, man, like, I see you post whatever, every day on Instagram. So, I like your post. I feel your post and everything. It's like, I'm not one of them type of people like, oh, this person posts this, I ain't gonna. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to see. I'm just like you. I want to see everybody win.
My post for tomorrow was already set, and I already gonna post.
Yeah.
I ain't gotta touch my phone.
Yeah.
Before I go to bed, the post for the next day is already set and ready. You know what I'm saying? And that was something that I did so I wouldn't have to. I could be on my phone less, and I could be focused on something else more.
Yeah, I need to start doing
and
that.
that's something that I schedule.
You gotta start doing that.
I schedule it out at a certain time. People know the third shift crew. They know what time that my post is gonna come up. As soon as it come up, oh man, I needed to hear that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's sharing and it's building.
Yeah.
and it's just consistent. So, and it's only gonna get better. I'm competing with me at the end of the day. Everybody else, I know people. A lot of the stuff that I do, a lot of people are starting to do now, right? And like I reached out to them, like if you need it, nobody calls, but they doing it. And then when I see them do it, hit them up. I look good.
Yeah.
I'm clapping for them. Because now I know that you learned something from me. Now I need to learn something from you.
Yeah.
Let's keep building.
Yeah.
It ain't no hate because there's nothing new under the sun.
Oh yeah.
It's just you, your unique self, what you bring to the table.
And what you do.
And ain't nobody doing what I'm doing. You could, try to imitate it, but yeah.
But that's one thing I do say, like every morning, like when I'm in my prayer closet and I'm praying, I always ask God to use me to help others, because I just get like joy out of helping others, be it a kind word, a word of advice, just a listening ear, and sometimes you get kind of, when you're a person that look out for people or whatever, sometimes you kind of get burnt by people, but it's just like, it's in my nature, I can't really, turn that off, it's just in my nature to be a help to people or whatever. So I'm like you, man, I want to see everybody win. I hope everybody win. I hope he beat that cough.
Yeah. Remember the last person we had coughing over here? And she had to exit the building. She got so sick.
Yeah.
Because she ate something that she was allergic to before she did the show. But the show came out good though.
Yeah. But no, like you said, you like helping people, right?
Yeah.
And we tend to pray to be able to do that, right? But what we forget is asking for the guidance and the wisdom to be able to pour into ourselves to be able to do it, because we can keep pouring into somebody else and then we empty.
Yeah, you right about that.
So
right. Yeah.
you gotta, it's the balance. You gotta say, well, like, pour into me and give me the, you know what I'm saying? And that's what helps. And that even, that you can take it into competition. Like, as far as business, there's nobody that I'm around that we're not pouring into each other and clapping for each other and with each other. So.
And there's a difference between business help and just social help. You know what I'm saying? Like when you business help, you do want your money. You want to know how much you worth. But when you social helping some people sometimes don't expect nothing out of them. You know what I'm saying? Because that's one thing I have to learn. And I told you that before. That's one thing I have to learn. Like, it felt better when I didn't expect something out of somebody and I helped them. And then later on they like do something. I'm like, dang, I didn't, you know what I'm saying? I didn't expect that, because it feel better, you know what I'm saying? Because it's more genuine. You know what I'm saying?
Expect them to be them. And expect you to, if you're doing something, do something out of love, man, because you got a love for it.
Yeah.
The money gonna come. If y'all actually know how long I've been interning and putting in work and doing things for free, you'll be surprised. But it's a love and it's a passion of mine, and it's paying off. That's because of the consistency. And then I started more so pouring into me. Yeah. Because others started pouring into me. And now my cup is full and I'm able to pour into others. Now it's 4 cups. It's steady overflowing and pouring into each other. You know what I'm saying? So, that's the goal.
We have more people like you, man. We'd be in a better place, man.
Yeah, we would.
We got them. Yeah. You just got to wake up.
And just got to notice them, too.
Yeah.
So, y'all, anything else?
Yeah, any shout-outs, anything, last words, anything else you want to say?
Hey, I want to give a shout-out to Thought Ops.
Man, we appreciate it, man.
Appreciate it.
I've been watching and paying attention, man. Y'all got something here. Y'all growing and y'all going. Man, stay focused, stay consistent, man. Shout out to everybody that's creative, that's doing something in the land and worldwide, but more especially because we hear the land. Hey, man, just keep building with each other. If it's hate, keep it at home.
Yeah.
come out, network, build, be genuine. And if somebody do something for you, man, like, and you may not even give them a tank of gas or buy them something to eat or something. You know what I'm saying? Show appreciation.
Yeah.
You want to be appreciated, show appreciation.
Yeah.
At the end of the day. Y'all follow me at hashtag spell the word out _dope _photography on Instagram. Hashtag dope. And then photography with an E on Facebook. TikTok. Just type in hashtag. I should pop up. I mean, let's build.
Yeah.
I'm trying to build with everybody, man. Everybody that got their mind on right. If you toxic and I'm straight. I won't even let you. You won't be around me.
All right, man. We do want to thank you for coming
man,
on.
Man, appreciate it.
We appreciate it. Yeah, man. We appreciate
Thank
the kind
y'all
words,
thank y'all for watching another episode. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. You got anything else to say, Eric?
No, just make sure y'all support everything this
Everything
man
he
does.
All right, man. Y'all have a good one.